Well, guys, here we are. Time to go fetch the car. We had a little bit of a mishap, I guess you could say, but front wheel speed sensor's working, and I guess we got to go win this deal this weekend. I don't know how likely that is, but I'm telling you, it's running pretty damn good. So we'll see what happens. Well, we got the car out of impound, and I think we missed the cutoff to get our discounted fuel. It's a cash-only deal, but I saved quite a few bit of money that way. But hey, I've had worse experiences, so we're gonna see what happens here, and we're gonna head back to my buddy Donnie's house, get everything situated here, and get ready to hit the road. Well, guys, we're over here at George's Towing. They were nice enough to stay open long enough for me to come get this thing so we could head to Muncie. The Big and Banger with the guys over at Mid-America Customs. I guess I gotta be on my tuning game, I gotta be on my driving game, and we gotta do what we can to see how many rounds we can make. Now, before too long, we're gonna have to win one of these freaking deals, because that wasn't a good one. So, but hey, the cops were cool, they're doing their job. There was a little bit of a misunderstanding at first. They thought I was trying to run away from them. That's not a very good idea. I wasn't trying to do that. But I literally went like 60 miles an hour in one direction just to verify the front wheel speed sensor, turned around, and I gave it a little bit of a whack, and she scooted, and I don't know. It happens, I guess. Well, guys, it's about 4:45 in the morning. Damn near 5 o'clock in the morning. 6 hours ago, I got my car out of impound. We're about 200 miles away from Muncie. I don't know if you can tell or not, but it's raining pretty good. And I'm getting ready to jump in the back of the bus, jump on the futon, and get myself a nap. It's only me this weekend. Tuner, crew chief, driver, extraordinaire, I guess. It's hard on these races like this because it's on a Friday race. Living far away, it makes it difficult for other people to travel. So fortunately enough, I know enough good people at the track and stuff like that I'll be able to have a little bit of help. Now, I have zero intentions of doing any like real work on the car. I just ain't up to it. So thankfully, good friend Big Don, he helped me out quite a bit this week, trying to get a couple little things done on the car. They seem to be working pretty well. We drove right out of that cop's life, not on purpose. That could have been a bad one. He was, fortunately enough, he was pretty cool about it. I did have to get the car out of impound. I did have to pay the towing company to get it out of impound, but the towing company was cool. The cop was cool. It was, I mean, I gotta take care of some stuff, but hey, it is what it is. But I'm gonna crawl back here. I'm gonna take a little bit of a nap, and then finish up this drive in the morning. I'm either driving to Mid-America Customs, go see those guys over there, or I'm going to drive towards the racetrack, possibly towards the drag strip, and make one or two more hits somewhere to make sure my correlations are pretty close. I think they're close. I got to go do some math before I hit the hay. I want to look at a data log and make a math change, calculating the circumference of the wheel and the wheel speed and stuff like that. See what diameter I need to change it in the ECU to pick up that mile an hour difference at X mile an hour. So that's not that big of a deal. I'll just have to get it done, and I'm gonna go do that, then jump, take a little nap for a little while, and I don't know, sleep for 3 hours or so, and get back on the road. Guys, you can't pick this shit up. So I'm literally out here in the middle of Indiana. I don't know if you can see it too well. Not middle of Indiana, but I'm in Indiana. Cornfields everywhere, fields everywhere. And I'm like, man, I could unload the car right here and make sure the wheel speed sensor is working, because we didn't really get to verify it last night. So I'm literally about to take the thing off cruise control and slow off and pull off to the side of the road, and a freaking sheriff passes me. We can't have no more of that. You can't make that stuff up. Like, I've been driving on this road for like 5 miles. One car. It was a sheriff. Woo! That would have been a bad one. I swear, my luck needs a change soon here. We're fixing to add a new one to the list. I don't exactly know where to come in here, but I think we're gonna roll in through this way. I've never been at this track. I've been at a whole lot of tracks all over the country, but this is gonna be a new one here. Muncie Dragway, Muncie, Indiana. School bus is rolling up. Well, here we are, guys. Muncie, Indiana. The car seems to be 33 seems to be running all right. As far as power management and stuff like that, we're shooting from the hip to a certain point. But I got the sensors working and stuff like that. Went and took a little bit of a ride down the return road and verified that they're within a pretty good tolerance. So it looks like this is the start line here. It's the first time I've ever been at this track, but got the burnout boxes, got the start line. It looks like they did move the starting line up probably about 10 feet from where it used to be. No big deal. That's expected in the races like this. The starting line starts to get good, so they start moving it up and up and up. And I don't know. Sometimes these race tracks, these back end of the track things, aren't 660 feet. To us, it doesn't really matter right now because we don't have enough testing for all that. But sometimes the races end up being, 620 feet or something like that, or sometimes they get a little bit shorter. But it looks like this is a full 8th mile. I'm pretty sure it is. But the tracks look pretty decent. The surface looks pretty flat, so it's a little bit weird. I don't think I've ever raced at a track with a split center. There's not a barrier or nothing like that in between the cars. There's just some grassy area, so it's a little bit different. Guardrails, but the guardrails are squared up, and they look pretty strong. So I don't know. I'm not banking on using those damn things. Can't afford that one again. But it's got a nice long shutdown, fairly smooth, and it looks like the lights will be on, so it looks like we'll have some pretty decent visibility, and I don't know. We should be able to run halfway decent out here, so we'll see. It's the first real time with the car at the track where it's somewhat operational, so I'll go back through, modify the tune up a little bit. Like I said, I'm shooting from the hip, but brand new car. I guess you can't really, you just go through and use what you have, the experience that you have, and take the best educated guess you can. But it looks pretty decent here. So if not, we'll go do some test passes for Brown County Dragway tomorrow and see what happens. Well, guys, it's another late one. It's right around midnight. I stopped at a Waffle House, good old Waffle House. I picked that one up from Jeff Lutz. But stopped at a Waffle House, got a quick bite to eat, and we're headed to Brown County Dragway, another track that I've never been to. I've been out this way occasionally, but this is a little bit farther west than I generally hung around in. Like, we were doing a lot of stuff in Ohio and a lot of stuff Pennsylvania and some stuff in Kentucky and stuff like that, but not too much stuff out in Indiana here. We were doing a lot of stuff up in Michigan as well with Detroit Hood TV, but this is going to be another track that is first for everything. The surface, I believe, is similar to Lucky's drag strip from the images I've seen. A small track in Erie, Pennsylvania. I believe, from what I hear, we're going to have to go pretty fast at this track. Now, I can't just completely shoot for the stars first round. I'll up the tune-up, go with something that was similar to the tune-up off of Recollection and stuff like that, to what was in the 30 on its last pass. That thing was getting it pretty good. Not perfect, but I mean, we're shooting partially from the hip here. I'm going to be using the changes that I know I've made to this car versus the way I built the 30. I need to consider the starting line ratio, the rear gear ratio, the weight bias on it, and take a good estimated guess as what I think it's going to be first round. Now, first pair is going to be a whole lot slower than 6th or 8th pair, And to my knowledge, there's going to be close to like 50 cars here, which is going to be a pretty damn good payout. That's like $15,000. That's a lot of freaking money. Now, do I think we have a chance at that? Not really. But do I think we can get some damn good testing in? And do I think we can make a couple rounds? I think it's a good possibility. Now, don't get me wrong. It's we've yet to go fast with the car. I've really only made a couple test hits in the car without it shutting off and stuff like that, with like the crank trigger issues that we were facing. So it's going to be a little bit difficult here, and I got my work cut out for me. But I like that challenge with this stuff, and if I could tune in and I could focus, I might be able to come up with something. And I'm getting there nice and early so I can wake up at the crack of dawn and start getting some things lined out. Let's see what happens. Hello guys, I just got done walking the track. It's probably about 1:30 in the morning right now, and that track's gonna be fast. First round, it's gonna hold a pretty decent number. We're gonna have to definitely go faster than the car's ever been, even first round. Now we don't have any licks on the thing, but it's looking like it'll at least be in the high fives. Like the track's like fresh. It hasn't been raced on in quite a while, at least 6 months to my knowledge, and there's definitely some bare spots in it, but even in the first couple pairs you're gonna have to go into the fives. I believe this will be a low 5-second race by the time it's done. There might even be cars dipping into the fours. I think there's going to be a 60 foot that'll be at least low 120s, and I bet you will be all of 140 miles an hour out the back. Might be a couple cars going a little bit faster than that, and we definitely have the potential to make that mile an hour. I definitely believe we have the potentially run that 60 foot times, but I don't know. I got to swing for it to a certain point. Like I said a little earlier in the video, I got to take a moment to rest and get my ideas flowing with my eyelids closed, and come up with a tune-up that I think is gonna come up with a tune-up for early first round, mid first round, and late first round, and kind of roll the dice and hope for the best. Now, in this no prep stuff, the first couple passes and about 5 passes in, 6 passes in, all cars have a little bit different rear spread to center on the rear tires, but like the Fox bodies and Camaros and S10s and stuff like that, they're all pretty similar. Unfortunately, I got the borrowed wheels on this car. Thank you, Corey. Huge appreciation. But my rear end is a whole lot narrower than the F body his came off of. So with the backspace on these wheels, it's a really deep backspace. It puts the car, it puts the tires fairly narrow underneath the chassis. I'd like to have them probably about 4 to 6 inches wider apart to be able to get into the good groove where there's a more consistent patch. But once the rounds start going in, there will be a blend of a area. It's not just gonna be a 10.5 inch wide patch. You know what I mean? There will be multiple. What I'm trying to get to say here. Okay, I'm a little tired. What I'm trying to say here is once multiple cars go down there, it starts spreading out the rubber, and it's not going to be as big of a hindrance or as big of a drawback as in the early rounds. But right now this car sits literally like on a wheelbase that's 6 inch narrower than most of the cars out here because of the wheelbase. And now when you're running on only 20 inches of tread, it makes a significant difference. But no excuses. I'm gonna give it everything we got, and we're gonna see what happens.
Sketchy for Thornhill, but he keeps it together. Let's see what Lippy says.
Well, guys, I unfortunately didn't get any GoPro footage of the last pass. I just didn't. I was on the verge. You know, you don't know how much you want to give it, being like the first real pass on the car. So we're gonna turn it up here. We're running the second chance race, $100 buy-in, and we threw it in there and turn the car up quite a bit, and we're gonna see what it takes. a happy ending to this one. Screwed up a little bit on the 30-30. I had my scramble button on my right hand thumb, and on the 33 I switched it over to the left hand side. I could go into a little more detail about that later, but I always had to manually shift the 30, and I had a tendency of hitting the scramble button before I made the shift. So I made it that your hand's either on the shift or it's on the scramble button. It can't be in both places at once. And on the 33, I switched it around, and I dumped the chutes a little early. I went to hit the scramble button, and Corey Ford, his Mustang runs pretty good. It's turbo LS steel, and makes some pretty good power. And I was out on him probably about a car or so, and he came up next to me probably about 500 foot. And I was like, well, I knew I was out on him. He's got to have mile an hour on me. It's the only way you're going to catch me if I'm out on you. And I went to hit that scramble button, and next thing you know, the thing I fabbed up in one of the last videos, sure enough, the lever goes shooting past my head, and it's like, well, Nick, you screwed that one up. And Corey went on to win the deal. It was a good run. We'll have something for him next time, I'll promise that much. But hey, right now I'm actually this video is a little bit behind. This whole video was supposed to be up like a couple days ago, but we were down in Texas and helping out a friend of ours to get ready for filming in Oklahoma City. Made it to film night. We spent the night at film night, and I don't know, we're on our ride home back now. It's 11 o'clock, 11:30 at night. We haven't even broken into New York State yet. We're still a little ways from there, so we might race tomorrow at the Pour Your Own Puddle, but I don't know. I'm pretty beat, and yeah, it'd be a lot of driving, so I don't know. We'll see what happens here. But guys, as always, thank you for following along, liking and subscribing. Want to get some videos off the GoPro? I'll post those up just in a little clip there for you, some in-car GoPro footage. But we'll start getting some better video of the passes and stuff for you. But I appreciate y'all that follow along. It's a hell of a ride, and we're just getting going. Over the weekend, or over this week, I had some pretty cool opportunities come up, as far as not personally for my own personal car, but helping out with some pretty high-end, high-profile cars. So there's a possibility I might go do that. I like racing myself, I really do. I like driving my own stuff, and I don't know, I might take a little break to go do, not a break, but I might mix in some crewing for some pretty fast stuff, and experience some go work with some real fast stuff. So we'll see what happens here. But as always, appreciate it. Keep on hustling. See you soon.